hello everyone. It's Hex here. I'm just hanging out in my little jacuzzi. That's right. Hanging out in my jacuzzi. Anyway, today I've got something really cool for you. These are 1.13 designs that all use the new water mechanics of being able to put source blocks inside of things like stairs and slabs and trapdoors and cobblestone walls and all kinds of other cool stuff. So yeah, if you haven't seen some of that functionality, I recommend checking out Azumavoid because he does a really good job of showing that kind of functionality. I'll put a card on the screen right now so you can check that out. There it is. Okay, anyways, today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at how to use this to make some cool things like this jacuzzi. I've got some sinks, I've got some bathtubs, and I've got some other weird stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and show that to you now. All right, so quickly just to show you kind of how most of these things are working. Basically in 1.13, I'm actually in snapshot 18W10D right now. And yeah, so the way that things work is if you take a water source and you place it inside of a stair block. So if I'm highlighting the stair block, you can see the bounding box and right click. Now you can see the water source is actually coming from the stair block. So if I place a block there, what actually happens is it can block the water in different directions, and actually the water only flows from this side of the stair block. So if I break that, of course it flows out. If I put it back, hey, that's kind of a cool design right there. I might leave that just as is. There we go. Like a nice little fountain. There we go. So you can see that happens there. Also, if you break the side, it will actually flow out the side of the stair block too. It's just not doing it because it wants to flow downhill. The same thing works now with trapdoors. It works with the iron trapdoors and all the other types of trapdoors. It also works with the fence gates and stuff like that. Like I said, there's a couple of guys you should check out. Azumavoid is one of them, or sorry, Azumavoid. And then Cub Fans also got some that show this too. The same thing works with slabs, except with the slab, it flows in all four directions, no matter yeah, what you do for that. So basically you can make stuff like this where it's, you know, just a half slab deep, like you saw kind of in my jacuzzi. Well, let's get on with taking a look at how to use these things to actually build stuff. So my first design here is a kitchen. Looks like a regular old kitchen from 1.13, except we've got these, what is this? It's a sink. That's right, we have a sink, ladies and gentlemen. So I have two stair blocks here. You can see the bounding boxes there. I have two stair blocks here with some water in them, and then that makes a nice little sink. And what's this thing? Huh, that kind of looks like a dishwasher. Look at that. We've got that. So this is an upside down stair block with some another water source inside of it like that. Of course, you wouldn't want to open it while it's running, so that'd make a mess. Anyway, that's my first design. I think that's really cool. I love this whole thing. If I break these, unfortunately on this design, the water will actually flow out. Let me just show you that so you can kind of see what's happening here. All right, sweet. Cool, the next one here, this is like kind of like a bathtub, or you could even use this outdoors, some sort of basin or something. And yeah, basically all it is it's stair blocks all the way around, and then you just take and fill them with water. Right now you have to put a water source in each and every stair block. I'm not sure if that works. And by the way, it's worth mentioning that all of this stuff is subject to change because this is a snapshot. So this might not work in the future. It might work even better. Who knows? It might work differently to put the water in there. But it seems like this is kind of the way they're going. I think this is a feature from what I've been reading that they're intending to keep. But again, it's a snapshot, so it's open to change. Okay. Here's another idea where it's the same exact thing, except it's just in the ground. So you can see that. Again, if you want to build this, it's pretty simple. All you do is you just take and you put the stairs around in a little circle like this. It's a little too big of a circle. There we go, like that. And then you just take your water bucket and place water in each stair. And there it is. Pretty cool. Like I said, there's one in the ground. Here's a little bit smaller one. So this only uses 4 stair blocks. I think that looks pretty cool. Looks like a little water pot or something, like a little fountain. You could use this as a sink. You could use it as a mini bathtub. Whee! Get your feet wet. Even one of those like little foot massager thingies. All right, this one here is kind of weird. I was just playing around with the trapdoor, seeing what we could do with it. If I open this, there's water in there. That's pretty weird. Look at that. But I don't know what you'd use this for, but it's kind of interesting. Here's another one where there's a trapdoor on the ground. I just put it on top of a water block like that, and then it kind of makes like a nice little water feature, like maybe in a garden or something, or as a decoration. I don't know. Here was one attempt at a toilet. I have another toilet over there. So using this to make a toilet. So basically all it is it's a stair block with, hey, stop that, with a couple of trapdoors on the sides, and then, you know, a quartz block and a quartz slab just to finish off the toilet. Yeah, there it is. Also kind of looks like a wheelchair with water in it. I don't know. Anyway, I love this. Oh man, this is a huge groundbreaking thing. What is going on here? Is he using a mod? No, I am not using a mod. This is actually vanilla 1.13 physics here. So what's going on here is I have a slab, and then in that slab is water. So it looks like it's a full block, but it's actually just a slab that I've taken, and then you place water in that slab. Well, I think there's actually a water source there. Let's see if I can get it so that it's running. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so if I put there, then I should be able to, there you go. You heard it. And then so now there's water, or there was water there. And like that. Okay. So that makes it so that you can do interesting things like put slabs like this, and then the, what are these things called? Sugar canes don't pop off. Here's another one. These are cobblestone slabs right here. So I'll just show you on the side that that's a cobblestone slab, and same mechanic where you can then put that there. That way you're not having to tread in water. You could do this inside, like if this was your floor block, or this was your floor block, you could make it look like the sugar cane was just growing there. And I love that because I think these sugar canes look really cool inside of houses, like especially modern builds. And in survival, in vanilla, you'd always have to put water source blocks somewhere around it to make it work. So you were kind of limited on where you could use them. But now with this, you can put them anywhere you want. Pretty cool. Here's a way to hydrate a field. I actually got to give credit to CubFan. He kind of showed this idea on one of his videos, except he used a stair block inside. This is actually a slab, and then inside that slab is water. So I can go like that, put water in, and then the field is hydrated like that. Cool. Here's some water features that I think might look cool in gardens. We've got this right here. So it's basically just a bunch of slabs, and then in the middle I put water, and the water is actually stopped by these side slabs, but the middle slabs allow the water to stay there. So I think that's really cool. You can even, if you press shift and walk through it, you can even swim in it. It's pretty trippy. That's a trip. Also, this is even weirder. You can put fish in here, and they survive, at least for a while, until they are stupid and they try to swim out. They do sort of spin. I think they kind of don't understand what's going on with their AI, but they sort of just hang out there, and they totally survive. This is another way to build a fish tank, I guess, if you want to have your fish kind of sticking half out of water. This is the same thing, only smaller. So, again, little fishy. I like that. The fishy kind of floats over it. Looks really trippy. I'm going to take a screenshot of this real quick. Here we go. Okay. This one here, same idea, except it's 2 blocks wide. So again, works with the fish. Oopsie. That didn't work out so well. Whoops. There we go. Okay, cool. And so as you can see there, they kind of like, the fish don't really like this that well. They kind of trip out, but anyway, it's kind of cool. I really like this this feature. I think it looks cool. All right, this one here is, what if we built a bathtub? Now, in Snapshot 18W10C, the one before this, you had to have these blocks here in order to stop it. So this was like the first one that I made. So it would actually flow out the back of the stair blocks, but now they fixed that, and it doesn't flow out the back of the stair blocks. So you can actually delete these and have this right here. But I thought, you know, it kind of looks good to have like a step up into the bathtub. So I just thought I'd put that back there. So this would be like a bathtub, and these are like the walls around the tub or something. This was my first design that I did on this row. So yeah, anyways, I have a better bathtub or two coming up. All right, here's another sink design. Instead of using 2 stair blocks facing each other, I use 3 that are sort of in a circle like this. You can see there's one, and then here's one, and then one like that. And then on this one here, you can actually remove these like that, and then you can have just a regular sink here. Unfortunately, right now, if you use like a bucket, or like if you use this to like fill up a bucket, you can't really use it as a water source because, as you can see, these water sources don't converge like they would if you had like a hole in the ground like this, right? So this is how I would hope it would work. Where if you have a source there and a source there, it creates a source in the middle, and then of course you can pull this center source out and get water. Unfortunately, they don't work like that at this time on the snapshot. Maybe they'll make that functionality in the future. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool so you could actually use the sink. Okay, that's all there was on this one, and then just a little decoration to kind of show it off. Here's another sink. This one here uses a slab down there, and then these are solid blocks here. And then if you do that, you have to put a trap door or some other thing in front of it. But you can see that works just like this. So, yep, like that. And then you probably keep that up there. Hey, little parrot. You're an exotic bird, aren't you? You're very exotic. Look at how exotic this bird is. It's a little inside joke with a couple of my commenters. Anyway, here we go. We've got, my thought on this one was, let's see if we can make a way to make it look like you can walk on water. But yeah, you can obviously see the glass panes. So as you can see, this works with glass panes. If I take that away, you can see the glass pane in there, and then you have to put the water source back in, and you can put it on glass panes. I have a couple more designs with glass panes down there. But I was hoping to make it look like I was walking on top of the water, but it doesn't quite work. But what's interesting is you can actually fall down in between the panes and into the water here. So I'm wondering if you can put fish in there. I haven't actually tried this. Let's see if we can put a little fish in there in this little center area. Sorry, fish. No, you can't. Here's another weird design. These are just some stair blocks in here, and then I put some blocks on top like this. I don't know. I was just kind of thinking of interesting designs, but there's that. Kind of interesting. Okay, here's one. This is sort of like a little tower. Maybe you could light this up in the middle. Put a light down there. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. There's actually a slab in the center of this one here, so you can like stand on the top of it like this, and you don't like go downwards. So yeah, another like kind of just weird derpy little thing. But sometimes if you put some of these in like a cool place around, like it's like, oh, what a cool like little design. So that's kind of why I'm showing that to you. This one here has a little bit of redstone in it. There's actually a piston in this. Here, I can break that block and show you the piston. There's a piston here. On top of that piston, there's actually a slab. You can see that slab right from the top here. So that's a slab right there. And then there's water in that slab because you can actually move water source blocks now with pistons. If you put like a block that you can put a water source in, like a slab or a stair or one of the other ones, and move it around. So you could sort of make like a little water pool that you can turn off and on, but instead of using a dispenser, you can use like this piston sort of mechanic. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know what to do with it, but I thought I'd make like a little fountain kind of thing, like a water feature. If I was building this in like for like a real like decorative build, I'd probably put this whole thing in the ground, but then I couldn't show you the redstone behind it on the side here, which is what's going on. So yep. Anyway, there's that one. This one here is a bathroom that I built. Let's go inside. It has many different ideas. So here's a sink. There's that slab sink. Here's a different kind of toilet where I put signs around it. You can actually put water blocks in signs now, which is cool. But also the sign, if the sign doesn't have a water source in it, like watch, like if I put, it should work. There we go. If the sign doesn't have a water source in it, then it will in fact stop the water. Let me just check this out real quick. Hey, I found a sign finally. Okay, so we're going to break that and then put it there. Done. And then see, it still stops the water. So this would be kind of a interesting toilet design. Of course, this was real. You'd get your bum wet. So it's not perfect, but I think it's an interesting design anyway. I thought I'd show it to you. This right here is just a little cabinet thingy with trapdoors. Here's another tub idea. So the tub has some slabs and some stairs, and then on the side is some stair blocks backward. Again, I built this one in the previous snapshot where you had to have blocks on the side. You could make it so that just all of the stair blocks face inward like that, and that would work too. But I thought this kind of looks cool because then you can step up into your tub and hang out in your tub and wash your toes. All right. Here we have our jacuzzi. We're back to the jacuzzi. So to get a better look at this thing, let me spin around here. So inside of this, we've got some stair blocks here. We've got stair blocks all the way around the edge. And then on the ground, we have slabs. And then under those slabs, we have a special secret. If you put soul sand in here, you can turn it into a working, bubbling jacuzzi. I think that looks pretty cool. It's a little annoying to be in said hot tub because you kind of bounce up and down in the middle. But if you're over to the side hanging out with your buddies, you can kind of be in a bubbly little hot tub, and it works pretty well like that. Pretty cool. And then, of course, if you want to un-hot tub it, you can fill it back up like that. And there you go. Cool. That's that one. I really like this design. And I also really like that you can put stair blocks under the water now. So like if you're walking along in the water, you can just kind of step out. Pretty cool. Love that. Here's another one. This is like a little swimming pool that's only a half a block deep. So you can swim along like this if you want to. I think it looks kind of cool, kind of interesting little design there. Here's one that shows off the stair block idea of being able to walk downwards. You can walk down in like this. And then it's F5, and you can just kind of, walk up the stairs on the other side. Pretty cool. I like that. All right. Here's another one. I was trying to think, like, what could I do with these fence posts? So the fence post, and then you put a water source block in the fence post. And on top of the fence post, obviously, I put like a little lamp. I don't know, just another exterior design feature. Here's another one. There we go. Yeah, so you got some nether brick fence posts, some water like suspended in the air. That's interesting. You can actually put fish in here. There's a fish. He's like inside the stair block though. Here's one made out of glass. This one works a little bit better with the fish. Hey, really fish? Okay, that's not working so well. I don't know what's going on there. You're jumping out the top. Well, it's your own fault this time. Okay, this one here I was thinking of like a hanging lamp. Like, how could I make like a water lamp or something? So like if this was like a chandelier like hanging from the ceiling, you can put water in your chandelier now. I don't know why you'd want water in a chandelier, but there you go. Kind of an interesting design. This has to be here. There has to be something below it to keep the water from coming out the bottom. So that's what this little piece of glass is doing here. Here's an interesting fish tank. I know that this one isn't supposed to have fish tanks, but here's one fish tank. So we've got fish in there like that. This one actually works because the water's all the way to the top. The fish aren't popping out the top like on that one over there. So they do kind of spin a little bit, but yeah, it's kind of fun. Oh, we forgot somebody. Where is he? Wither skeleton? No. Squid. There he is. We forgot our squid. There he is. Okay, now we got a squid in there. Okay. Next. This is not really a design. This is a concept I came up with while I was building these things. I noticed that if you run straight at this corner, it turns into an elevator. Look at that. It's kind of cool. So all this is it's a line of fence posts going down and then fence posts on the side to keep the water in place. And you could do like a square of fence posts and have it be an elevator on all sides. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, I think it's pretty fast. Pretty fast. All I'm doing is just holding shift and pushing forward. Actually, all you have to do is push forward. So this is without pushing shift. And it's the same speed. So I don't know if that's a functionality that they're going to keep, like I said, but anyway, there it is. Okay. Here's another fountain design. So you can see the fountain itself is using some of those slabs. And then on this side right here, we've got some different slabs and some stair blocks in here, all to create kind of like a natural sort of rocky little pond thing. There's another one in the back that's a little bit more formal looking, where it's just rimmed like more formally. Here's another idea that was just a pond using these things and some exotic birds. And we have some cod down in the bottom, and we've got a little waterfall right here. So this waterfall uses a stair block And then that's a slab that's just kind of falling off the side there. So just water inside of a stair block. Let me actually show you this so you can see what's going on here. That. And then, of course, I use a cobbled stair, but I don't want to go into my inventory. And then you just go like that. Sorry, fish. Oh, there he goes. Now, for some reason, fish love to go up these things. They love to jump onto lily pads. The fish are out of control. I don't know what's going on. The birds seem to like it, though. This one's going to blow your mind. What? That's got to be a mod. Nope, no mod. These are slabs. These right here, these are just birchwood slabs. And then because there's a water source block in there, you can actually place the lily pads on top of them. I don't know if they're going to keep that or if they're going to fix that and take that away in future snapshots and in the actual release. But for now, it works. So you could use that to put lily pads on top of wood, if you will. So I'll just show you real quick. Decoration blocks. I go too far. Where's the lily pads? There they are. Okay, here we go. Lily pad. Lily pad. There we go. See, like that. Kind of funny. And then just some path blocks just to kind of give it some context. Here's another way that you might use that piston thing where you can push a water source block. So down here we have a water source block inside of a slab. And boop. Push it up. And we have running water. Kind of interesting. Here's some ideas. I was playing around with this right before I recorded the video. Just seeing okay, so I can put a trapdoor in there, and then if I put a light underneath it, it kind of makes like a light. If I go to, let's see, time, midnight. Yep. Time set, midnight. Let's try that again. There we go. Yeah, you can see it creates a light source, and then it's kind of cool because you can't really see the light source, especially if you use one of the other slabs. I was just playing around with it. That one is a magma block. It actually works on the magma blocks, and it doesn't delete the water above it, which is interesting. That might be something that they change. Who knows? But for now, it works. I tried it with lava underneath. Unfortunately, the lava turns to obsidian, so that's too bad. Here's one with some glowstone and a different trapdoor. This is the iron trapdoor. This is interesting. You can make a little water bucket. It's a bucket that has some water in it. Yeah, so what's going on here is basically the slab is the waterlogged block. This not the slab, sorry, the trapdoor. This trapdoor that I'm moving up and down has water inside of it, and then I just put these on the side. Well, this has been Hex. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed some of these designs. I hope that this inspired you to make your own designs. I'm not an amazing designer person. I think there's people that are even more creative than I am out there. So hopefully this inspires you to make your own stuff, or maybe you can think of some other things that would be cool to have in the game and you could add to our Minecraft community. That'd be awesome if you guys did that. But anyways, until next time, this has been Hex. I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless.